Hey there, everyone. Tonight is big because we are celebrating the Milwaukee Bucks NBA victory, and I'm so sorry I couldn't record it. Everyone couldn't go live on there, everyone. And anyways, Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA championships. Congratulations to Milwaukee. Yep, this is basically a crossover of NFL and NBA podcasts. But yeah, welcome to the first episode of Steven's NBA podcast. It is also crossover with the NFL podcast today because we got word that NFL forfeits are officially a go. That's right. After talk about a crisis. I mean, seriously, NFL forfeits are officially happening. Oh my God. That is something we need to talk about. I mean, seriously, last year was crazy. I mean, seriously, there were rantings about forfeit. Well, guess what? Roger Goodell has hit the green button on this one. Oh my God. The green light on that one. Oh my God. That is what I call crazy. And let's review, shall we? Starting week 4 last year, Tennessee Titans had COVID problems. And believe me, I was extremely mad about that. And guess what? Instead of forfeiting, the game got moved to week 7. Holy crap. And the Steelers lose their bye week. Steelers fans took it out on us Titans fans that day. Oh my God. But hey, they got the win. That's all that matters. Get us a break. And the same thing happened again for Pittsburgh Steelers, but this time it was the Baltimore Ravens who had COVID as well. And all because one guy failed to follow simple protocol. Follow protocol. I mean, seriously, Ravens did it too. They were supposed to be scheduled Thanksgiving last year, but then got moved to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, seriously, who plays football on a Wednesday? Who does it? I mean, seriously. Can you believe it? And now after all this, they have officially hit the green. They decided to turn on the green light on NFL forfeits just to promote the vaccine. Yep, it's the vaccine that's the problem. They want people to get vaccinated. Otherwise, I can't blame them. I cannot blame them. This is kind of insanity. This is kind of insanity to promote NFL forfeits just to get people vaccinated. This is kind of insane, people. That means the teams who are in the biggest trouble of them all. To be completely honest, I think the teams that are in the most trouble, Mr. Weezer, welcome. If I have to be completely honest, the teams that are in the most danger for forfeit is San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles teams, Rams and Chargers. Why is that? COVID's crazy in California. So yeah, those are the 3 teams that could be the most likely to take a forfeit this year. And that's bad news for Los Angeles Rams and San Francisco 49ers fans, to be completely honest. Because 49ers, they just got their team back together. Rams, they're looking strong as ever. But I don't know about the Chargers, though. Maybe Chargers do have a chance to make a wild card running, but if not, then they're in deep trouble. trouble. Meanwhile, Rams and 49ers, it was supposed to be a four-way race for the NFC West, but now it's going to look like a two-way race between Seattle and Arizona if there's forfeits in either Los Angeles or San Francisco. I mean, seriously. That is kind of crazy. To promote NFL debris is better than Melvin Ingram 100%. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just see how Steelers do with Melvin Ingram. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the coaching staff that makes the players. So we'll just have to see, won't we? I mean, look at the Bucks. They turn a third seed. Their coaching staff turned a third seed team into an NBA championship team. I mean, seriously. Resign, giving Giannis that contract extension may have been the right move when it comes to trying to make an NBA championship this year. But now that he won an NBA championship, is Giannis even going to be worth staying? Still, you got to give the Bucks credit. And now they're going to be riling debt, and now they're going to be all over Packers this year. I mean, seriously, they're going to say to Aaron Rodgers these words. Bucks have won an NBA championship. Aaron Rodgers, you need to stop the drag out and get moving right away. Brewers have won. Brewers are at least fighting. At least, I mean, completely seriously. Packers definitely need to get the Aaron Rodgers thing under control because this is kind of insanity. Now, all the Bucks fans are going to be all over the Packers players right now, especially Aaron Rodgers. I mean, seriously. Will Debris and Farley be ready for week one? I don't know. Well, we did got word Farley may not be ready on the first day of training camp. But here's the thing. Farley was supposed to be scheduled on Saturday. The rookies start on Saturday. So there is a chance he could be ready to go by week one. But Debris, however, I don't know. I think they both could be ready by then. Both could be ready by then. But Farley, he's still got a few ways to go. If it wasn't for that injury, Farley would start on Saturday while Debris started on Wednesday. On the 24th. On the 27th, I mean. Which is a Wednesday. Yeah. So, yeah, the rookie. So, for Titans fans, rookies start Saturday, veterans start Wednesday. And that is the 27th. We need to sign Justin Houston. Yeah, I think I agree. I think we do need to sign Justin Houston, Mr. Weezer. The question is, will Justin Houston want anything to do with us? I mean, the last team that took him was Indianapolis. I mean, seriously. Still, the NFL forfeits to promote the vaccine have caused a lot of ruckus, especially to players who might retire early because they do not want it. Because they do not want it. One of which is Arizona Cardinals wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. for one. Yeah, Hopkins didn't want. Yeah, Hopkins doesn't want the vaccine. And it could be very well a sign that this could end up being a disaster. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Anyways, in fact, there were even hints that about DeAndre Hopkins might might be heading to retirement. I mean, seriously, there are hints that DeAndre Hopkins could retire because of this. Oh my God. If you didn't check DeAndre Hopkins news, boy, oh boy. His story probably had something to do with one of his family members. But still, yeah, DeAndre Hopkins could spell early retirement, because if he doesn't, Arizona Cardinals are going to have to take some forfeits if anything happens to the guy, or if there's a pandemic in Arizona. And the same thing's going to go true for everyone. It begins to question what in the actual. Not about that. Anyways, yeah, it starts to question every NFL player now whether they should stay loyal, because I'm pretty certain DeAndre Hopkins is about to outrank Aaron Rodgers based on the crazy player department. Everyone should be able to play. People should get the vaccine if they are at risk. If you get the vaccine, then you can't spread it or get it. I don't see the problem. Well, DeAndre Hopkins knew. Well, here's the thing, Mr. Weezer. DeAndre Hopkins knew someone who had the vaccine and who had begun experiencing side effects. Yikes. And I know it's usually, and I know what you're thinking. Everyone who takes the vaccine has side effects, but this one could be fatal. I mean, completely seriously. It's why DeAndre Hopkins is even fighting this. Oh my God. And why this could spell early retirement. I mean, seriously, the vaccine policy has questioned DeAndre Hopkins' future in the NFL. The NFL shouldn't care. Get it if you want. I already got it. It's DeAndre Hopkins who has the problem. I mean, seriously. Which is why they. But still, there are lots of people in this world that could be against it and some who are for it. But anyways, enough about that. About that. But anyways, enough about that. Anyways, I want to get back to some NBA news. Now the Phoenix Suns season is over. What the heck is going to happen to Chris Paul? I mean, seriously, what's going to happen to Chris Paul? Will he stay in Phoenix, take that player option, or is he going somewhere else? Because he made his first NBA Finals with the Phoenix Suns. I mean, seriously. I mean, Los Angeles Lakers could be interested in him. They already called in on trying to get Russell Westbrook. Who knows? They definitely need the right strategy. I mean, seriously, Los Angeles Lakers, they definitely need the right strategy. Getting Chris Paul or Russell Westbrook could help LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Though there were some people in the NFL who were placed under the PUP, physically unable to play list, which is I mean, look at New York Giant. Jordan is better. Are you saying that because you saw Space Jam 2, Mr. Weezer? Still, I haven't seen it yet. No. A LeBron here. Yikes. Anyways, yeah. I just can't. Still, I cannot believe Tennessee Titans are almost done. They need one more rookie. Kobe wouldn't be proud of LeBron. I don't know. I think he would. He is saving. He did save. He and Anthony Davis are say. He is trying to save the team that he fought so hard to play with. I mean, completely seriously. When he died, it was the saddest day in Lakers history, and now, at least it came with at least Lakers won a championship ring despite the whole pandemic. I mean, seriously, Kobe Bryant's name was on the line. Legacy was on the line last year. It's the truth. Kobe Bryant's name was on the line last year. Still can't believe we're almost ready. Monty Rice needs to sign. Yeah. Elijah Moulton already made the deal. So why isn't Monty Rice ready yet? I mean, completely seriously. Tennessee Titans rookies start training camp on Saturday. That's probably the reason why Elijah Moulton got it done. So where's Monty Rice? Seriously. Though there were some people in the NFL who were placed on the physically unable to play list. Oh no, physically unable to perform list. Two of which are from the New York Giants. and it was Saquon Barkley and Kyle Rudolph. Daniel sign Rice, sign Justin Houston, and another tight end. I think they can only do. I think they can sign Monty Rice, but they can only do one big signing at a time, Mr. Weezer. They only have enough room for one more big signing. So it's either Justin Houston or another tight end. That's the end of it. Still, as for New York Giants, Daniel Jones will only have enough time to work with his usual crew other than Kenny Golladay because Saquon Barkley and Kyle Rudolph are placed under the physically unable to perform list. Also placed on the physically unable to perform list is Stephon Gilmore from the Patriots because he's still having contract issues. Yeah, you never thought Stephon Gilmore would be placed on that list? Even though he denied all trade rumors. Cut Daniel Jones. He's a backup at best. Well, if they had drafted Justin Houston, they would have done it by now. Danny P, welcome. I mean, seriously, Mr. Weezer, if they had drafted Justin Houston, they would have cut Daniel Jones by now. But no. They believe in Daniel Jones, even though they drafted him at number 6. I was like out of my mind when that day happened. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sure a lot of people were. What does Justin Houston have to do with Daniel Jones? Nothing. You just said nothing. You just said cut Daniel Jones as a backup at best. Best. You were talking about New York Giants at the time, not Tennessee Titans. But still, Justin Houston wasn't drafted in the same draft, I don't think. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. We were talking about Daniel Jones, not Justin Houston. Still, I think Justin Houston could most likely end up with Baltimore Ravens at this rate because they do need to replace Matt Judon. Is he one of the people? Is Matt Judon one of the people who got that denied? I don't know. I guess I'm going to have. But yeah. Sean Bolts, welcome. Yeah, I remember you. Now here we are in the future. Bucks take the NBA Finals. And now the NFL is promoting vaccine by having teams forfeit their games if they have pandemics. I mean, seriously, let's recap. The one that talked about. This channel isn't political, right? Nope. No, it's not. But why, thank you, Sean. Thank you. I mean, let's recap everything that happened before all the all the craziness happened. So basically, this most likely affect because I bet the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I bet the Pittsburgh Steelers staff were the ones that promoted this whole forfeit thing because they were the ones that suffered the most. They were the ones that suffered the most. I mean, let's recap Pittsburgh Steelers, shall we? Last year, after starting 3-0, it was Tennessee. It was supposed to be Tennessee Titans that are up next, but then Titans had the pandemic problem, and then instead of a forfeit, they got moved to week 7, and Steelers and their fans went riot, and they had no reason. They won that game. What's the point? Still, at least they won that game, to be quite honest. And then it happened again with the Baltimore Ravens, one of those games. I mean, completely seriously. All because one guy in the Ravens facility failed to follow simple protocol. The Ravens lost that Thanksgiving game privilege and got moved to Wednesday night. And without Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, most of the guys. I mean, completely seriously. And like the Titans, they lost to the Ravens lost to the Steelers that day. Still, they'll still be working on moving games around should they move. What if someone who has the vaccine gets COVID somehow? I don't know, Mr. Weezer. I do not know. All I do know is this. If they're unable to move a game, then the team who's under the pandemic has to forfeit the game. The team that doesn't gets the win. It's the team that has to suffer through the pandemic that it's the team. Trust me, no one wants. Do most Titans players have the vaccine? I do not know. There was no information about this. At least the Knicks made it to the finals. Am I right? No, they didn't. But there have been some rumors that about at least 78% of the NFL had at least one player that was vaccinated. About over 80% are practically done, to be completely honest. Think about only 14 teams. They did not announce those teams. They did not announce which teams had got most. They did not. I meant playoffs, sorry. Yeah. Sean, you got to be careful. Yeah, Damian Lillard, Danny. He's most likely gone from Trailblazers once he gets traded. If he gets traded, that is. I mean, there are lots of teams that are going after him. New York Knicks, Philadelphia Sixers, Los Angeles Lakers? Who knows? But most likely he could end up in the Eastern Conference. I mean, seriously. If any team wants to get Damian Lillard, they're going to have. He doesn't come cheap. So, yeah, you got to try. Yeah, you got to hit it hard, teams. NBA teams, you got to hit it hard. Because Trailblazers doesn't come cheap. Speaking of the NBA, their draft is next week. Fire John Robinson, hire Carl Weiser for general manager. No one's going to want to agree with you now, Mr. Weiser, because they got Julio Jones. All it's going to take is at least 2 forfeits. Forfeits for that. I could have done that too. Yeah, but could you do it? Yeah, but could you trade Julio Jones for a second? Because that's what John Robinson did. I would sign Justin Houston and Monty Rice. Monty Rice has until Saturday to get signed because that's when the rookies come out. Because that's when the rookies get to come out to play. As for Justin Houston, well, we'll just have to see, won't we? You should make a video sharing a complete 53-man roster for the Titans. Yes, as a matter of fact, Mr. Weiser, I am planning on doing that when the 53-man roster comes out because I already did the training camp. Speaking of Justin Houston, we get word the Pittsburgh Steelers are considering him. Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers could be considering adding Justin Houston despite getting Melvin Ingram. They do want to add more firepower. There's also Ravens out there. Well, right now, Steelers are only considering it. There's no official word knowing that word. But if they do end up with Justin Houston, Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be dominant on the defense, considering the fact that they already got Melvin Ingram. But I hope that doesn't happen. I mean, seriously, I hope that doesn't happen. Man. Anyways, it's time for me to sign off, people. I'll see you all next time.